So what's the deal with Michaels?
Well, I mean, he's not as good as me, obviously, from what you saw right there, and, you know, I beat him.
He's tough to handle, though, right? He's really a guy with a mind of his own.
As we all are. I mean, our business is comprised of a lot of free spirits and a lot of personalities.
Luna and Sonny, give us, Chyna, the behind-the-scenes story.
See, I mean, we're all perfectly normal.
But they went at it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was genuine. That was not fake mock stuff. You're seeing more of that.
Long overdue.
Long overdue. From what standpoint?
Well, just like you talked about before, you know, people start believing in their publicity and their notoriety, and it gets to be overwhelming sometimes, and
who's doing that?
People's nerves.
Right. You have to clarify sort of which side we're talking about here.
Well,
Sonny?
Yeah.
You're not a fan of Sonny's, right?
I'm kind of impartial because nobody ever gives me those problems. I sit on them.
She's trying to be politically correct. Let me straighten this out here.
Okay.
Sonny tends to believe that her importance in the world is much greater than everybody else believes her importance in the world is.
I know a lot of guys who would argue with that.
Well, I'm talking about in the world, not in their room. Anyway,
behind closed doors.
She represents a role of, you know, the beautiful, you know, the teen A part of our company, and believes that full-heartedly, and when the attention is taken away from her, she has trouble with that, and makes that well aware of to everybody around her constantly is the problem. I mean, it's not just brought up once in a while, it's a constant thing, so people get tired of hearing it, and you know.
And when she was on our show, she was very critical of Sable, saying, you know, Sable's had 3 breast implants, and I've only had 1. Not me. You know, I'm still weighing options.
1.5. You know, that's really ridiculous, because we're very fortunate that so many people in our company are very talented, and especially the females. And Sonny does possess a lot of talent, and she should spend more of her time refining that talent, because she's blessed to have it, and not worrying about the other people that have just as much talent, if not more.
Exactly.
And imagine if you're in a company and your business is television and entertainment, and you're trying all day long to worry about what you're doing, and you're one of the guys who wrestles and kills yourself on an incredible schedule and take all that toll on your body, and you're listening to somebody constantly worrying about who's had more boob jobs, or, you know.
Isn't it a problem, though, in your sport, a danger in your sport, that it's very tough not to start believing your persona that you carry into the ring? And isn't that sort of what's happened here?
Sort of. I mean, I think in anything you do, there's a chance even in other sports guys get put into a position. If you're the top paid guy, or whatever the case may be, sometimes you start to think that your importance is beyond what it actually is. And I think in our business even more so, because we portray those characters every day. But you know, some people need to take a wake-up call and just, you know, look at, hey, when you go home, you're just you know what I mean? And when you're on TV, you're one thing, and when you come back, you're another. And I just like see some people get slapped around and come to a reality check here and there.
I don't know. I heard when Michael goes home, he just grills his kids constantly, 24/7.
They sit on the couch like this.
Clarify that for me, son.
It does make it hard, though, because, I mean, also, with what we do, we're so close to the audience, and we do that so much that the audience doesn't look at us like that when we're home, or when we're out, or when we're at dinner, or when we're in the mall. They tend to look at you and treat you, you know, as a character as well. I mean, it's not like, you know, you see a doctor on TV and you'd ask him for medical advice. With us, people really see us as, you know, they see me as that, you know, terrible
Girl Scout from next door.
Right. People are afraid to ask me for my autograph because they're afraid I'll kick them in the nuts, you know, because that's what they see on TV.
That would scare me.
And, you know, so it's sometimes very hard.
I'm going to put my pen away right now.
Yeah. That's why your legs are crossed.
This is Canada. Can she say nuts in Canada?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Well, roasted or almond?
So no, we can say it. I don't think we can show them.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Doc and I would probably vote against it anyway.
Just going to take them out, too.
Yeah, although some might suggest that we should check for them, but that's probably a different story for a different day. DX, you guys are really pushing the envelope, aren't you? Is it possible, in your mind, as you look at storylines, to push too far? Is anything off limits?
I think that the the people that watch the show will tell us when it's too much. I think if ratings...
By stopping to watch, you mean?
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, and I don't think it would ever get to that level because we get so much feedback from our fans as to what we do on a constant basis. We get their input on it, and I think that if it gets to be too much, they'll let us know. But you know, what we do is a reflection of society. The WWF is a reflection of society. Steve Austin is this phenomenally popular guy because he's a reflection of society. He just doesn't give a crap, says what he wants to say, does what he wants to do. He's the common guy that everybody wants to be. You know, that's what society is. What Sean and I do, there's millions of people out there that wish they could go out on TV and just do what we do and not care and not, you know, we make a mockery out of things that are supposed to sometimes be so sacred and stiff, and you can't say that. And then when you do, it gets a rise out of people, and I don't think that that's pushing it too far. I just think that it's entertaining television.
Got a couple of questions for you from our viewers. We get tons of response. This first one to you, Chyna. We'll bring in the email. We get tons of questions for wrestlers when they know they're going to be in. I have a question for Chyna. Did Vince pay for those breast implants?
No, one was for Christmas to myself and one was for my birthday.
But I imagine you got them done at the same time, right?
Yes.
Luckily your birthday's right around Christmas.
I was going to say, yeah.
Exactly.
And on a roundabout way, he kind of paid for him because, you know, he got the money, but...
Any pun intended there?
He didn't pay for him.
Okay. And directed towards you, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and to you, Chyna. Are HHH and Chyna ever going to come out as husband and wife instead of wrestler and bodyguard?
I suppose at one point in time, if we were married, we would come out as husband and wife, but since we're not married, I suppose that would be a virtual impossibility.
Right. Did the breast implants increase the chances of that happening?
You know, I mean...
there is a possibility that Triple H and I will come out as husband and wife
right.
in the not too near distant future.
And yes, Doc's breast implants did have something to do with that, so...
And Vince did pay for them, so...
Hey.
Is Goldust going to be jealous?
No, he's tied up right now, literally. You heard of ball and chain, ball and mouth.
Here's where you can reach us.